time for a kadhai. Are you ready? Hi, this is Vijay. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Time for a Kadhai. Today I have picked one of the books from the series Topsy and Tim. Topsy and Tim series are written by a couple named Adamson and Gareth Adamson. Their stories are mainly about twins and their adventures with their new friends. The writers had 3 children who enjoyed and influenced the series. These stories are inspired by observing the real children in the relevant situations. Today, children, I have picked Go on a Train from Topsy and Tim series. This story revolves around twins who travel by train to their granny's house during a holiday. This book, children, gives you a very clear picture about how a train travel works. Right from booking the tickets to packing your bags and planning for your travel, moving your luggages with the help of trolley, meeting a lot of new people is what we're going to see in this book. I used to enjoy my train journeys during my childhood days, particularly waking up in the morning, seeing the beautiful sunrise and a lot of tea vendors selling tea and coffees, saying chai chai, coffee coffee, which typically happens in an Indian railway station. Let's see what Topsy and Tim are going to experience during their train travel. Shall we go on a train ride, children? Topsy and Tim Go on a Train by Jean and Gareth Adamson. Topsy and Tim were going to visit their granny. They were going by train because Granny lived a long way away. Hurry up, Topsy and Tim, said Mummy. We mustn't miss our train. They were taking lots of luggage with them, so Mummy called a taxi to drive them to the station. I wish we could go faster, said Tim. We'll miss the train. No, we won't, said Mummy. They reached the station with plenty of time to spare. The kind taxi driver found a special trolley for their bags. Topsy and Tim helped push it through the booking hall. People were queuing to buy tickets at the ticket office. I'm glad I came to buy our tickets yesterday, said Mummy. Now we don't have to join that queue. Our train leaves from platform 2, said Mummy. She showed their tickets to the platform guard. Platform 2 is over the bridge, he told them. Phew, said Tim as they pushed their trolley up the slope to the bridge. Whee! Said Topsy as they turned it down the other side. There was a little shop on the platform. Topsy and Tim chose some comics to look at on the journey. A lot of people were waiting for the train. At last, a loudspeaker told them that it would soon arrive. Here's our train, shouted Topsy. I saw it first, said Tim. It was quite a scramble to get onto the train. Stay close to me and mind the gap between the train and the platform, said Mummy. There was a squash inside the train too, but clever Mummy found some empty seats. I want to sit by the window, said Tim. It's not fair, said Topsy. I want to sit by the window. Luckily, there were 2 empty window seats, so everyone was happy. They heard a whistle blow and the train began to move. We're off, said Mummy. Hooray! Shouted Topsy and Tim. Soon the train was rushing through the countryside. Topsy and Tim looked out of the window to see what they could spot. I can see a pony, said Topsy. I can see some cows, said Tim. Tickets, please, said a friendly voice. It was the ticket inspector. He had come to check their tickets. "Are you off on your holidays?" he asked. "We are going to stay with our granny," said Topsy. "Can I come too?" asked the ticket inspector, but he was only joking. "Are we nearly there?" asked Tim. "Not yet," said Mummy. The door at the end of the carriage opened and a lady pushed a rattling trolley towards them. It was filled with things to eat and drink. "Would you both like a sandwich?" asked Mummy. "I want a ham sandwich," said Tim. "A cheese sandwich, please," said Topsy. They both had some orange juice and Mummy had a cup of coffee. Suddenly, the train rushed into a long, dark tunnel. It made the carriage look gloomy and strange. "Ooh," said Topsy. "My ears feel funny," said Tim. "Drink some orange juice," said Mummy. "Then they'll feel better." At last, the train stopped at Granny's station. "There's Granny!" shouted Topsy and Tim. They both wanted to hold Granny's hand. "I'm glad I've got 2 hands," laughed Granny. "I wish I had 3, said Mummy. The end. I hope you all enjoyed the train ride with Topsy and Tim. So did I. So some of the takeaways from this book is that planning things ahead is something very essential for any kind of travel. Here, for instance, Topsy and Tim's mother had purchased the train tickets well ahead to avoid standing in the long queue. And this book also told us how to interact with new people in the train and how you could help your parents move the trolley if it's not that heavy and carrying the tickets until the ticket collector checks it. These are some things that we need to keep in mind for any kind of travel. So children, I'm sure a lot of you would have planned for your travel for this Diwali, particularly people who live in India. So keep all these things in mind, children. Help your parents plan things ahead and have a very happy travel and a very happy Diwali. Thank you. See you all with the next interesting story. Bye bye.